I can't believe it's more content.
I gotta formulate my words. Anyway, okay, so it's not really an like acting gig because I didn't book anything recently, but I did experience a casting for a reality show called The Real World. A friend of mine, or like a friend of ours, Edwin, he invited me to tag along with him to the casting call because he got an email from them saying that he moved on to the next level, bring two friends, but he brought me. So I was like, fine, I'll support and, go along through this process because I've done it before. The reality show is called The Real World. And I did see...
Is it the same Real World as like back in the day? Like in the 90s?
This
like
casting was
like
going
Chappelle
back
show?
to like that original, like Real World.
Is it a reboot of the Real World?
Yes and no, because they had like I said I went to the casting call for season, I think it was like 32.
Damn, 32 seasons.
32 or 33. I'm not really sure.
Shit, up there with the Simpsons and shit.
So I experienced everything like Edwin was going to experience. So I was like, fine, let me tag along, and it would be cool, I guess. It wasn't cool. It really wasn't. So what happened was, we had to fill out.
Let it out. Let it out.
We had to fill out when we got there. We had to fill out like a questionnaire thing.
Yeah.
With like maybe like 20 questions, like who we are, like our biggest secret, little personal questions. But we already filled out an application before, so kind of being redundant. By the time we filled it out, we had to wait in a room in one of the dance studios at Ripley Greer Studios. That's on 36th Street and 8th Avenue. We had to wait in the room.
Very popular auditioning spot, by the way. For those of you that don't know Ripley Greer. Very popular spot. Anyway,
when we got there was so many people waiting. So many people waiting to get seen by these casting directors. And when I tell you, there was a lot of people in that one room and everybody was on each other's back. Everybody was supposed to form a line. Didn't form a line at all. I thought we were majority of us were like adults thinking that, they want to form a line, let's form a line. No, it was like literally a cattle call. I felt like I was in a room with a bunch of like cows that were in like one of their like fenced areas.
Right, they're like chewing on grass.
So,
Flatulence.
there I was like, okay, it is what it is. But then I started to get annoyed. Because there were a lot of people that wanted to be noticed, I guess you could say. So we had people just talking really loud and being, quote, ratchet. There was ratchet.
Lasers.
And then we had a girl who threw up in the corner.
Get the fuck, yeah?
Yeah. Because honestly, the room...
How? Was she lit?
I mean, I don't know, but... The room itself was really hot, and with a bunch of people, there was body heat, and we were literally on top of each other.
There's probably a lot of people that smell it.
There was one person who smelled like burnt hair, and I just couldn't stand it, and they were like right next to me.
Oh, so you're in that cramped room, and somebody throws up, and then what?
Right.
Do you guys evacuate the room, or you
No,
have to stay there?
we were still in the room.
Get out of there.
There was somebody with their dog. Like I said, there were loudmouth people. Apparently there were 2 fights that broke out.
Excuse me, I'm dying.
And when I tell you, like, there was, like, even though our room was filled, there were still more people outside, like, waiting.
Wow.
So, like, by the time, like, I was in the room for, like, 2 hours. It was hot. It was disgusting. Everybody was kind of rushing out of the other end of the door. Because, apparently they just thought, oh, I want to be seen. So everyone's, like, running out, pushing, punching. Like, not punching, but, like, literally pushing each other.
Yeah.
And it came to a point where I got by the door with Edwin, and then that's when the people who were running the room were like, "Oh, let's form a line." Like they were really aggressive about it this time. So they were trying to get like a couple people in front of me, and like including myself and Edwin, to form a line at a certain area.
Yeah.
And then they kind of forgot about it. Like they were, it was really unorganized and really annoying. That to a point where I came out of character and started yelling, because I was hot. I was annoyed. Like I felt like I was on the show already. I was like, fuck it. Like I was trying to talk to them nicely, and then I started cursing.
The bull came out.
The bull came out.
It's a machismo Hispanic man.
Like they started giving numbers to everybody. I was number 9, I believe. Yeah, number 9, and I would say I was number 9. And then it was just a whole issue. By the time I got to the casting director, I was pissed off. My hands were shaking because I was just so angry, and I just didn't care. Like I really didn't care.
No,
And it's not a one-on-one kind of thing either. Like this round, you could say that we're at a table, and there's like 16 of us at one table, and the casting director goes around. He'll ask us questions. The questions he asked was, how old are you, if you have kids, and your relationship status. But when I tell you, like, luckily I wasn't one of the first people, but the stories that these individuals have were just so crazy. Like, there was one girl who was like, oh, well, I'm like 24 years old. I'm single, but I have 2 sugar daddies. I like to get what I want when I want it. And I'm single and I don't care. And I just started laughing.
Yeah, they're being that extra.
I started laughing, rolling my eyes. And then her friend was right next to her saying, I don't have a sugar daddy, but I have friends who do. And, you know, I don't judge them. Laughing again. But there was this one girl who was sitting right next to me that I wasn't sure whether to laugh or to feel sorry for her. Because her story was, when they got to the relationship question, she was like, it's complicated. And then, of course, the casting director asked why. She was like, well, I had a boyfriend who committed suicide. Right then, I was just like, oh, well, that sucks.
She won the game.
I was like, that really sucks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then she was like, just to find out, like a year later, that he didn't commit suicide, that he faked it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you told me that.
But I was just like, how could you not know? Like, I would assume that...
How do you just find out? Yeah, he did.
Right, like,
he did
a year later,
suicide.
it's like, did you have a long-distance relationship? I mean, I'm pretty sure that if that did happen, you would attend the funeral.
That's insane.
So I was like, is this story real or not? Like, it was just so bizarre. And then she started crying about how, you know, she was like, the black sheep of her family.
How did she find out that he didn't?
He called her. He called her saying, hello, I'm not dead. Like, I was just like, what?
Did he, like...
It was just such a... Like,
what was
honestly,
the story
like,
on that? Like, I thought you were dead. He said, nah, I just went to the store and came back. Like, what was the story on that?
I don't know, but like...
I really want to know his excuse.
I mean, she should go on to the next level for that story.
Did she not go to his funeral? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I would think that you would go to their funeral or something. Like, see them in the casket. I don't know.
That's...
Like, that was some, like, soap opera shit.
No, we cremated him.
Like, and then she started crying about how she's, like, the black sheep of the black sheep of the family.
Mm.
And how her sister always gets what she wants and is, like, the prodigy. And I was just like... Wow, your life is, like, so messed up. I think you really need this show.
Yo, for real. Bring her and bring the dead boyfriend back.
Right.
Bring him on the show.
It was just nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really care if she get on the show or not.
She should be on the show, and they should, like, surprise, like, bring him in the house, like, one day. So she could be like, oh,
but I think
you're alive again.
They're not going to show it on MTV, I believe. Like they normally do. Timber
again. The show?
Yeah, they're not going to show it on MTV, but they're gonna show it on Facebook TV.
Mm.
I guess Facebook has
Facebook TV?
Yeah.
They're really trying with that shit.
But I think they're doing like a friend kind of like season.
Mm.
So I don't know. But my experience.
Would you do it if you got it?
That's a good question. I think I would.
Like if they said like, hey,
we want you to
we
go to
loved
Thailand.
you in your audition. You were so anxious and upset and frustrated. You would play a great angry housemaid. How would you like to be on Real World season 93?
Right.
What would you do? What would you say?
I feel. See, here's the thing. Like I think about it, and I'm just like, you know what? I would want to do it, but the way reality shows like portray other individuals, it could really like hurt them and their future. So I'm like, do I really want to be a part of this?
Because I mean, that's kind of like pigeonholing yourself.
Right, and I don't want to I don't want to pigeonhole myself either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's like either like become like
a reality star
like
or
Jersey
a film
Shore
star.
level, or you just become one of these like spin-offs where you're just kind of like forgotten.
I feel like
what was that new one, Alabama Shore? It's like, my banana smells like crawfish and they love it. Yeah. That's like the commercial.
reality shows aren't what they used to be. Like anymore. Like you won't get, I feel like you'll get like 15 minutes, like your 15 minutes of fame, like after the shows. But other than that, you won't.
People are like trying too hard now. Like to be like.
They really are though. Like,
that
I'm pretty sure me and Edwin were like the realest ones at the table. Because everybody else was like so dramatic. One girl was like, I have a child. I forgot the name, but it was some made up name. She's like, I have a son, and that's why I want to do this, to be on TV for my son. I want my son to be like, yo, look, that's mama on TV.
Ew.
And I'm just like, really? And then I had a stripper in the back named Pinky. And I was just like, wow.
You got
like,
a porn star named Pinky?
Possibly. I was just like, I want to go home. Like, being in that hot room for 2 hours and dealing with a bunch of shit, like,
Sounds stressful.
yeah, and imagine being on the show then.
Hell no. That's why when you told me,
I'll start throwing shit.
That's why when you asked me to do that shit, I was just like, no, thank you. I am not built for that, because I would be like Ronnie times 2. Like I would just choke motherfuckers out.
See, no, we would make.
It's like, you can't kill him. You're killing him. Like the guy with the mic just drops it. Like,
Alex,
you're
stop.
killing him. You're killing him.
Alex, stop! Don't do it. Don't scary. Get bad. Nah, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was an experience that I most likely won't do again.
That's really, it's good.